All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to D&D Night on DDO, sponsored by Fantasy Grounds. Tonight we're going to be running a module which I picked up, and my name's Groovy, and I normally play on Sundays. I couldn't earlier today because we were very busy. But outside of that, I'm got everybody just about ready to play anyway. If anyone would like to introduce themselves, that'd be super.
All right, I'll start. My name is Jerry Snook, and I will be playing a level 4 fighter trollkin, basically a trollish style brute. However, he is moderately intelligent, by the name of Make It Wirch. And his actual name is Devon, but everyone just calls him Make It. And the reason for that is because he's a tinkerer. Despite his massive strength and relative clumsiness, he's actually fairly good at figuring out how to make things work. So he's a tinkerer and has basically earned a living doing various mechanical or semi-mechanical type professions, which also happen to involve lifting large, heavy objects. He's good at that.
I'll go next. I am Even Note, and I am playing Grr, the half-orc barbarian. Grr is not only her name, one of very few words she knows. And yeah, she's a half-orc barbarian. So there's really not a lot to tell about her. She just runs around hitting things a lot.
Hey everybody, I'm Confounded, and I'm playing a character named Cinder Shart. It's a level 4 damn fear, just not a whole lot. Let's see here, it's a wizard paladin.
Okay. Well, this is actually taking place in my own.
Wait, I didn't go yet, Alex.
Okay.
This is Lynn from Alex and Lynn, DDO Sundays with Alex and Lynn, and I'm playing Zorna the Unbroken, who is a Minotaur cleric. And she does enjoy stabbing things with her horns, but tries not to do that too much. And much like the Tinkerer, she is a master craftsman. And now you can set us up.
Fair enough. In the world of Shadow. And in Shadow, there is a continent called Umash. And Umash was both a person who originally conquered the continent and someone who led a great and terrible war many, many years ago. Now, on this particular world, there are not many people who have PC classes or PC levels. Everybody is kind of pretty low end. So every person who is a PC has only started to exist fairly recently as far as people with abilities and such are concerned. So a person who can cast Cure Light Wounds or a Magic Missile is pretty important immediately, just by the fact that they are much stronger than anyone else around them. And so there's not many magic items or anything like that, so it's really going to rely on the PC's capabilities. They will be starting out probably on their way out to a desert location, which is on the edge of where most people live in the Umashian forest. All the people who were once humans have now become, because of a bit of a curse upon the land, Dampiers. So there are those who resist the dark urges thereof, and there are those who have embraced it. Those who have embraced it tend towards slavery, and so are not generally welcomed around everybody else. The other races who are represented tonight are from the outskirts thereof. So, how would you all like to? How all do you all feel that you've interacted with each other and met?
Well, it might make some sense for Zorna and I to have had the same employer, perhaps. If Zorna is more of a craftsperson, perhaps I would be more of a designer or, like I say, really problem solver. It's like, hey, how's come this thing's not working? Make it. Come here, that kind of thing. So I'm more, it's not that I'm unintelligent, but maybe we work for the same people. Perhaps Zorna more in a crafting role, whereas I was in a more focused on execution role or something like that.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Grr just work for Grr. Maybe Grr meet you when you tell Grr not smash you.
Gur stands at door and smashes people that don't pay.
Yes, Grr would make an excellent bouncer type.
Cinder Shard, don't forget to add a background. If those are loading up for you. If they're not, let me know, and we can come up with one for you. Or I can pick one that's closest to what you're thinking.
I was thinking more of just roaming around and stumbled across.
Okay. Well, let's see. We're using some modules added in from the Midgard setting from Cobalt Press, which happened to work well with mine, so we've incorporated it. So here's a few things you can think about. Let's see. There's scavengers, raider, nomad, outlander, which is a normal pick, hermit, which would be by yourself but not necessarily moving around too much, entertainer, a criminal, a corsair, charlatan, even a anthropologist or archaeologist. And
Nomad.
nomad, okay. We'll add that to you there. Okay, and that gives you some additional proficiencies and stuff that may come in handy. Let's see, let's see. I think you're missing a few from your class. So let's see. Since we ended up popping that on you. Paladin. Okay, so pick 2 from athletics, insight, intimidation, medicine, persuasion, and religion.
Medicine and religion.
Okay, so go ahead and do skills, which is the second tab down from main, and you can select them just by clicking on the star.
Got it.
Okay, and then nothing. All right. Okay, and that's got you set up pretty well. Let's see. Make sure you got your rates, which it didn't. Okay. I see what happened there too. Races.
So who are we working on?
Getting Cinder Shard all set up.
That should be pretty okay. I mean, what do we have left to pick? Just a token and stuff, right?
Yep. And to do that, just double click on your portrait and just pick something out from one of the bags. Let's see. And I went ahead and added Dampier directly to your sheet because that's how it works. And that gives you additional traits that you didn't have before, like Dark Thirst, Predatory Charm, and Undead Resilience.
So, what is it that we're going to be doing, and how do we find out about it?
At first, you all have been hired, suggested, requested to go and investigate some strange lights that have been seen off in the distance. And because you all are better than everyone else, they thought, hey, let's get them to do it. They're likely to come back. This would be on the edge of the forest, through the plains, to get there. Which the plains are, of course, where Zorna, you're from.
Well, I know the way then, because I remember the way everywhere I've ever been.
And why is that?
I have forgotten. Let me look. It's oh shoot, where'd it go? Labyrinth sense. I can retrace without error any path I have previously taken with no ability check. So I have sort of an eidetic memory for having gone places.
It's like something that would be really handy for you.
In real life, yes, yes, I can get lost in the house. Much like even, I hear.
Yeah, there are no big bees in this, are there?
Right.
Okay.
So when I hear the description of where we're going, do I know where it is?
Um, they they know where to tell you where in the plains to go to, where it's first
All
being
right. Well,
seen. Does that make sense?
yes. Well, if we're ready to go, I will pretty much take people right there.
Okay. Let's see. I need to make this like that, I think. Better. Okay. From the plains, as you travel across it, which will take a couple of days, um, nothing much bothers you. You do see a savannah lion in the distance, but they see you as well and decide not to bother. Uh,
Although I want to pet the kitty, I won't.
Fair enough. That seems like a thing. I'm going to currently share the map that you'll be getting to shortly. As you begin to leave the plains, you will of course start as it gets thinner and thinner, and you start encountering sand and the very edges of it all, into the desert. Then you can see the strange red lights in the distance as they pulsate at a irregular
I'm guessing
beat,
that's where we're heading.
and that's not normal. What was that?
I said, I'm guessing that's where we're heading.
Shit. Okay, let's see how this pops up for you guys.
It's starting to show.
Okay, let me go zoom in on it a little further.
Either that or it's really small.
It's a There's one big map for the whole shebang. So
It's probably just going to take a while to load.
I've got some of it mapped off, or masked off, since that works for me now. So okay, let me get back to my instance. Okay, don't need that. Need this part. Um, let's see. Okay, so it's pretty far off in the distance, like enough that it takes about half a day to actually get to the point where you start seeing something other than there's some light over there. And let's see. And once you get within about a mile, I guess Cinder Shart go ahead and make an intelligence arcana check.
Also, don't forget you have to put us on the map.
Right. I'll be doing that in just a minute. And in the combat tracker. For the people at home, there it is.
How do I get it to roll for?
Okay, so you open up your character sheet, and
Yeah,
you
man.
go to abilities, and then, or excuse me, down to skills, and then you can grab where it has a dice and a plus modifier. You can pick it up and chuck it into the box, which is where all the text is. Okay. All right, thank you. And matter of fact, anyone else who wants to can try it as you all get closer. Let's see. Check those backgrounds.
Arcana or intelligence?
Arcana. Arcana using intelligence. Sometimes it'll.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Both Make It and Zorna, go ahead and do so with advantage.
I rolled a 17. It didn't count. Hold on. That's funny.
Because you got advantage. Okay, so not so much then.
I rolled 17, but it didn't go into the thing. So that's
Okay. And in the future, for those who don't know, right next to the modifiers, you can click on advantage or disadvantage and the pluses, but there's mostly we end up using advantage and disadvantage. Alright, Jerry, if you'd like to, you can as well.
I can make a what kind of check?
Arcana check with advantage.
I'm not proficient in Arcana though.
Nope. But you can still do it. You just don't get the proficiency bonus.
Barb make check?
Sure.
Because it would be funny as hell if you guys all failed and the stupid Barb made it.
I am
really
still
hate
not
them.
seeing myself on the map, unfortunately.
That's okay. It's not on yet. Sure.
That is fabulous.
Who you call stupid Barb now?
And for some reason, you can just feel it in your bones that it is old and primal magic. That it
I
seems
does
to
got big
radiate
bones.
from there.
So what does she figure out, Alex? I'm sorry.
She can tell that it's there's a wave of old and primal magic emanating from the location, and in fact, she gets some level of insight that will give her advantage on all intelligence rolls for the next 24 hours.
That's awesome.
So we can expect this to happen more than once.
We're all gonna be like, "Hey, girl, what's going on?"
Okay. Once you get about 1,000, I assume you continue walking towards it. If not, let me know.
Yes, walking towards.
Okay. Once y'all get within about half a mile, which is actually pretty close to when that check happened, there is a massive force wave that emanates from the location, which you can now kind of tell looks kind of like a red smear across the ground. Um, so I will need strength checks from everybody.
Watch, I'll fail this one.
So let's see. Only Zorna is knocked backward 20 feet and takes
Flying Minotaur.
10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Everybody needs to make me a Constitution saving throw as well. Okay. And
Well, that's
Gur
embarrassing.
is deafened by the sound.
Ears, my ears.
Okay. And at last, the last thing, you all feel compelled to envision and then share the first time you've encountered magic. We'll start with Cindershart, the wizard of the group.
I can't even remember the first time I encountered magic. I was just a little shart, and the parents were, transmogrifying and manipulating stuff without their hands, and I was just, what's going on here? I mean, I was just a little young tyke.
Okay. Gur?
You say magic, you mean spell stuff, make things act funny, right?
Yeah, any kind of magic at all. Whatever it was first.
Girthy, skinny, like guy with funny looking point wand. Fire come out of wand. Gur not want to get burnt, so Gur leave.
Okay. And make it.
So I am used to things mechanically working the way they're supposed to. And when I was called to a house with a wizard, wizard's dwelling to do some work, I had no idea what I was in for. So I was there to work on some kind of a waste distribution system. And I was hacking away at the pipes, and I lifted out the pipe, and things just kept on flowing even though the pipe wasn't there. And I kind of stared at it and thought perhaps I was going crazy for a couple of minutes until the wizard was like, "Oh yeah, that's me." And then I asked him why he actually needed pipes to begin with. And he said, well, just in case someone gets in the way, we don't want it splashing around and stuff, which made perfect sense. And so I continued to do the job. But I never forgot that magic can also be used for practical and somewhat confounding things.
Okay, and Zorna.
So Zorna is not the most graceful. And I was walking along and tripped and fell, and my horn hit my dog, and broke her little paw, and I was so upset, and I was petting her, and then I don't know, all of a sudden she just felt better and jumped up and ran around, and that's when I realized that if I thought about it hard enough, I could make things feel better.
Okay. After doing that, you all feel realize that a bit of pressure that was building in your mind eased when you shared that experience with everyone. And it was definitely just a result of this magical pulse that came out. Alright, and as you get closer, as I assume you will try to continue, unfortunately I guess, Gur, you didn't hear what anyone else was saying, but they sure tried.
What?
Because unfortunately, well, you were deaf at the time. Add everybody to the sheet. Okay, now there's a party sheet. Okay, everybody see themselves on the map?
I do.
That me.
Where's the map?
Let's see. It should be loading
There
on
it
your
is.
screen. There we go. And you can zoom in to where you all are currently at. Let's see. Okay. And as you get closer, you can feel free to move up towards that little ruin if you'd like.
I can't actually grab my token.
Same.
That is weird. I see it doing that. It's like measuring distances, but it's not actually moving you.
Can you move them?
I mean, I'm sure I can.
Okay, separate them out. See if we can do it that way.
Did I do that?
No, I was picking up and moving everybody, making sure it works.
Weird. Yeah, it still won't let me.
Alright, well, that's a bummer. But we can probably work around it for now. Figure it out.
Yeah,
What's wrong
you
later.
just move us for now. We'll just tell you where we want to go.
Did you drag us on from the party sheet or the combat track?
From the combat tracker. Pretty sure. So. See if you can move yourself, Zorna.
Well, I can't see me. Where am I? Oh, okay. Hold on. Nope.
Nope, that was from the combat tracker. Okay, well. Alright, well, you all just give me an idea where you'd like to go, and I'll try and get you there. Actually, it tells me kind of, because it still gives me where your movement rate and the pointer. Remove them and try again. Okay. Nope.
Yeah, still didn't work. But yeah, we'll just use the little pointer to point where we want to go, and you can move us.
Okay.
It's a weird problem.
Well, you know, it's one of those things. It would happen right in the middle of, not before.
Oh, Patrick of DDOcast is saying in chat there's an option setting that allows players to move their own tokens. Otherwise, you have to approve them as a DM.
Okay. Well, let's see. I will change that.
Where do I find the stream at?
It is at twitch.tv/DDOstream.
Yeah, let's just do it that way, Alex, so you don't have to keep trying.
Okay.
So what are we seeing up here?
Okay, what you're seeing is a giant red pool.
Blood?
Blood! Blood!
It looks bloodish. That's for
I
sure.
guess as long as it's not a giant ooze.
Is it? Can I actually walk up to it
Yes.
and put my finger into it?
Yep.
Well, actually, my clawed finger, because I am a troll person. Does my finger come away intact?
Your finger does in fact come away intact, much to your relief.
Yes.
Uh, you
Is
get.
it hot, cold? Does it have the
It's
consistency of blood?
It is hot, or I guess it's very warm.
Is it cherry flavored?
Yes, Silver, it's a real bloodbath.
It very well could be if someone hopped in. There we go.
So, does it? Is it? Do we see anything else? Just this red pool?
That's what you see right there. I'm trying to expand your vision. As you can see, you can probably zoom out a little, and you can see I've expanded the map a bit. There are some stones, and there you can see, not up close, but you can see that there's a few objects on the other side as well.
What is the object down at the bottom? Is that like a column or something?
I was just about to ask that.
It appears to be a, let's see. Ah, okay. As you all look around, it is a blood-colored pool surrounded by the withering vegetation that sits at the feet of 3 towering stone columns. Jagged columns raised like teeth from a maw buried under the sand. A stone dial sits upon a small pedestal to the far side of the water, which is near where you are. Its face marks with 4 distinct lines. So I guess I can just do this at that point.
Wait, where's this dial on the other side of the lake, or where we are?
It's where you are. That thing at the bottom of the screen,
Ah, okay.
that's the dial. On the other side are the 3 pillars, or columns rather.
Looks to me like we need to go north.
Check out round thingy.
I would agree
That
here.
closer. Might have bowl of food on top. Grr, hungry.
Oops, my map keeps zooming in and out. Ah. Alright, so I guess we're heading around this pool via the south.
Sure.
Uh-huh. Oh,
So
let's...
we
Okay.
we head around the pool to the south.
Okay. That work for everybody?
Yep. What are we standing around right now?
You're standing around a big dial, looking kind of like a sundial. But it's not actually a sundial, but it's shaped like one.
Is there any writing on it?
Let's see, any of the writing that was on there has been worn away. There is a inscription that you read on a bit of a tablet on the ground, which says, "The first spell cast has not finished its work."
So should we cast a spell on it?
I'd like to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. You do so. There is a light amount of magic on the dial, like within it, and the pool itself seems to be as well, and there is magic radiating a bit beyond the range of the spell.
Can I discern the type of magic, good or evil?
Not so much as good or evil, but you can determine that it is a very ancient. It almost defies classification. But what you can get is a bit of alteration and transmutation.
Well, that explains what probably was water.
What do you think, Gur?
Cleric, want to know what Gur think?
Of course I do.
Gur not know.
You don't know what you think?
I mean, do we really think? We don't actually think this is blood, do we?
Did you taste it?
You know what? I will do that. I will bite the bullet on that one. There you
It
go.
doesn't smell
I'm
like
going to
blood.
walk up to the edge. Since I didn't pull my finger off, I will poke my finger in it and then taste it.
It tastes coppery and like any blood that you've ever tasted.
I think it is a whole
Fabulous.
big pool of blood. Lots and lots of it.
Am I right,
Okay.
Cinder Shark? You could drink of it if you felt so inclined.
No.
Gur not opposed to drinking blood.
But yes, the dial does look like it could be turned, at least according to Make It and Zorna. It seems like it could be rotated.
I was just about to ask what direction is it pointing.
Let's see, it's currently pointing towards the lake.
Should we point it away from the lake? See what happens?
I think Gur should pick it up and throw it into the lake.
Gur
I'm sorry, you're breaking up a little bit.
cut.
Could be me. Hold on. It's me. Okay, try that again, even.
Gur want know if Gur pick up dial, toss it in lake like cleric say.
You can make an attempt, but at first, it does not feel like it wants to budge a little bit. You're pretty sure it's bigger underneath the sand. A lot bigger.
I'm going to twirl the dial. Let's see what happens.
Okay, which direction are you going to twirl that dial?
Clockwise.
Okay, make me an athletics check with strength.
Okay. Athletics.
Hey,
Not so athletic.
you conveniently, you are a very strong Minotaur, and you are able to rotate it a click. As it clicks to the next setting, you can see the water beginning to, or blood, seem to go down a bit, and it looks like across the way to where the pillars are, it looks like they are beginning to fill, or columns rather.
Okay, I don't know if that was a good idea or a bad idea.
Wait, so the columns are filling. Are they hollow?
They appear to be hollow. Yeah. You can hear it sloshing its way over.
Okay, that's gross. Should we go check out the other stuff before we click this more, or should we just go for broke?
Broke. Gur good at breaking things.
What do you think, Cindersharp?
Maybe we should go check out those columns.
What about you, Make It?
Sure. Let's do it.
Which thing are we doing? Checking
Let's,
it out or
yeah, let's check out the
going for
columns.
broke?
If they're filling
Okay.
up full of liquid and stuff, I either want to know ahead of time or perhaps just get the heck out of there.
Yeah, so let's head north to the. Well, let's go by the circle thing and then the columns.
Yeah, I was just
Since
about
we
to
have
say,
to
did we
pass.
check out Stonehenge?
Let's see. 18 whole seconds pass, and there you are. But yeah, you can tell that that some of that fluid has gone into these pillars. Let's see.
What do we see in the circle?
Let's see. It looks like there was a structure here once upon a time. It looks like it is long fall to ruin, and only the stones of its foundation remain.
Also, like an old tower.
Good of guess as any.
And a roll for perception.
Sure.
Yeah, I can.
That was definitely a building. This is definitely a pool of blood behind you that's now smaller.
I know nothing. I perceive nothing.
Got about the same thing I did.
We're outside.
Okay, make it what you also get is the grass sure is greener near this bloody pool.
Why, yes, it is. It's almost as if it's providing sustenance to the desert. And when I look over at the three towers, what exactly am I seeing?
Let's see. There are 3 columns. They looked at you surmise by their height that they in fact have that they're hollow, and you can hear the fluid as it empties into them churning up in them from the top. If you would like to get next to them and like put your ear to it, you could probably hear it.
Yeah. And I want to. Can you see any of the movement from the outside, or did you just like hear the sound of running water?
You just hear the sound.
So they're not like glass, like you can't see through them.
Right.
They're not like crystal or glass.
Okay, so yeah, move me up to probably the one closest to me. I'm going to put my ear to it.
Let's see, I think that's you.
Also,
Okay,
somebody on stream said if you right click on our tokens, you'll be able to unlock them. Alex.
Yeah, that's Patrick from DDOcast. Just so the DM right clicks a player token and then click on lock, which is at 6 o'clock.
Okay, try to move yourselves.
No. Oh wait, it's unlocked. Hooray!
Yay! Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you.
Woohoo!
Okay, sweet.
That was a new one we encountered. Okay, so yes, thoroughly investigating these columns and the base of the tower, I guess.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you, that's pretty much what you can come up with without climbing one.
Well, can I tap and see perhaps how thick the stone is?
It seems to be pretty thick. You'd say it's about over a foot at least.
All right, well, let's give it a couple whacks anyway. I'm going to take my maul out
Okay.
and kind of try to find a center between the two supporting columns, kind of try to hit it dead center where it might be its weakest, and take a full-on swing and see if I can bust through a column.
Okay. Go for
Oh,
it. Go for it.
oh, Gur help! Gur help with great axe.
Okay, Gur.
Oh, that was a strength check. I was going to swing my axe.
All
Grr.
right, you two wail at it. It holds on though. It seems to be thick enough that it's gonna be quite a feat to crack into it. But it's definitely bits are coming off a little bit at a time, but mostly it's shearing off and just turning it white.
Okay, so what's this ring to my right then?
That's the tower ruins were that I just mentioned, or at least it's assumed it's a tower or possibly some other round structure.
All right, I'm going to try to search out the Tower ruins. Is there anything I could see that might involve operating the three towers?
Nope. It's definitely been weathered down for so long that it's just the foundations.
And the towers started filling once we sort of pulled the thing on the south end, right?
Yeah. Once it was rotated and locked into a position, um, it that the fluids the pond of blood went down and they started sloshing.
Yeah, I'm going to turn it back off. Yeah, I'll go all the way around the lake if I can and turn it off. I don't think we should be supplying blood to this desert.
Yeah, it's a little creepy. See if you can turn it back. Yeah, see if you can turn it back to the 0. We'll stand over here and see what happens.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
All of us.
Um, well, right now, just make it because he's over there trying. It does not seem to want to budge in the other direction. It still seems like it will turn the direction you started. It had been turned once.
Okay. Well,
Gur, go help!
Okay. Come on
I mean,
down.
I just don't see what else we can do.
Grr.
And I assume, Cinderheart, you didn't just swim through that. You just
No.
okay. As it turns out, Cinderheart, when you try to do it, it looks like you were either going to turn it or break it. And that kind of it's hard to tell which was about to happen.
All right, I'll give it a try.
Okay. Um, what does happen is you break it, and the top comes off.
Sorry, everyone.
There is still a spoke, a big stone spoke.
Oh.
But it looks
I
like
told you I wasn't very graceful.
it looks like altogether you have managed to crack the top of the dial off.
Oops.
oh, it's fine then. It won't cause any trouble.
What's the lake doing now?
It is still down a little bit lower. And everybody can make me a new strength check.
So remind me, is the lake what's glowing?
Yes. The energy that just pulses out from the center of the lake.
From the center of the lake.
Yeah.
Is there anything there, or are we just kind of? Is it like under the water, the blood?
That would be your guess. So Cindershart, Zorna, both of you get knocked back 20 feet away from the center
Of course I
and
do.
take 8 points of bludgeoning damage. And then everybody make me a con save. And this time, Zorna, you're not deafened and everybody else is.
And we're deafened by
Oh,
what exactly?
A pulse of energy that swashes out from the center of the lake.
from the point that's glowing.
Yep. Well, it
Oh,
only
so
it only
so
glows when
you're
it
actually looking
pulses.
for low rolls to make the save instead of high ones.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Only Zorna's deafened. Blah, blah, blah.
Ah, okay.
What?
I just had a brain moment.
What?
That's all.
What brain moment?
Exactly.
What brain?
It's when it checks out for a minute because I've been selling too many things over the past few days.
All right. So, oh man. And what kind of what does the structure look like? Is there a structure that the energy is emanating from, or is it just emanating from the center of the lake, like from the inside of the lake itself?
You have described it accurately on your on the last part. It looks like it's coming from under water, out.
Zorna screams loudly, I think somebody might need to swim out and see what's there. I don't like to swim, though.
Girl swim good. Girl might drink a little blood on way.
That sounds good, I think, if I heard you right.
So how about if Gerd tries to swim out to the center?
It's an athletics check. And let's see, it's about 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. About 40 feet because it's receded a bit. So you have to go through the mud, the blood mud. Okay, you can do it. You can get there.
Gerd, do it! Yeah. Is that about the center?
Yep. Okay. You are currently in a big lake of blood.
Tasty.
It's totally blood. And it's deeper than you are tall at the moment.
Zorna
That
screams
pretty
even
deep.
louder. What's underneath the blood?
More
Well,
blood.
I'm not one for letting a teammate go alone, so I'll go ahead and roll an athletics.
Sure.
Oops.
I'm drowning.
Yeah, a little bit. But it could be worse. At least it's edible. Um, it feels a little bit of hunger inside you. Actually, roll me a d4. Okay. Thanks to your dark thirst, you were able to drain from this pool a little bit to heal yourself 2 points. However, on the other side, make me a constitution check to see how you're handling, the equivalent of drowning in your own sustenance.
The whole drowning thing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Gur, if you try to look under the water, or under the blood, I'll tell you that
Gerd, put head underwater. Gerd, look.
it's red, and you can't see, because it's opaque. Cinder Sharp, meanwhile, you're coughing up blood, kinda, but you're okay.
At least it's not my blood.
Right.
Gerd,
Okay.
stick head above water. Yell. Lots of blood. Look red.
Still want to know whose blood it is.
Well, I don't think it's just one who. I mean, unless it's somebody really, really large.
Well, I mean, but there's no energy coming from it or anything like that, huh?
Just when it pulsates at you.
And that's a big deal. And you're not seeing anything else there. Perhaps I'll swim out too then.
Okay.
All right, let's all swim.
All right. Athletics checks for the swimmers. Let's see. You're actually out here already.
Woohoo!
You're rolling like me there, Jay.
Hey,
Okay. Well, make it. This This seemed like a good idea until you realize swimming in blood's a little bit thicker than you were anticipating, and you start to gulp a bit more than you want. And go ahead and roll me a Constitution check.
All.
Grr
Yeah.
too?
Well, con check or a save?
Con save is what I actually meant. There you go.
Oh, con save. Hold on.
Yeah. Okay. Just Jerry. You're definitely swallowing too much of that blood. It's not agreeing with you the way it should. You've breathed it instead of swallowed it.
Yeah, this is freaking me out. I'm going to try to turn back to shore if I can.
Okay. Go ahead and athletics it out. Everybody else was able to swim well enough not to get thrown off.
Cinder Shard actually rolled a 4 and Jerry rolled an 8.
Let's see. Oh, he'd already been out there. It was
Yeah.
unnecessary.
Yeah, and I rolled the check the first time. That's why I was like, oh, because I figure I'm pretty well bobbing up and down like a fish.
Yeah.
Well, Make It and I don't actually drink blood, so
Right.
we don't like this as much.
But you will never forget the smell.
Ugh.
It is interesting, worth noting. This does not smell rotten.
It smells fresh.
And that's for everybody.
So, how deep does it seem here? Is it like it's taller than we are?
Yep.
I'm fairly tall. Hold on, how tall am I?
So you want to know, how deep is your blood? Is your blood
How
how...
deep is... Okay, I'm 7'3". Can I touch the bottom?
Nope.
This is very deep.
It's at least 7'3".
Yeah. I'll swim down a little bit to the closest of where I thought the pulse came from and see if I feel anything.
Okay. About just a few more feet than you are tall, and you can feel the ground. You can't see anything because you just can't see through.
Because my eyes are squeezed tightly shut, as tight as they can go.
Well, that's a good reason too. But yeah, you can feel a ground.
Okay, taking breaths when I need it, but kind of feel around to see if there's like a structure.
Okay. After a certain point, you feel something that feels like it might be a door.
Okay, I will pop up, go straight up, and float in the blood, and say, I think there's a door right underneath me. Maybe it's
And
the
we-
passage up to those columns.
Right. You've managed to get there.
And we broke the dial, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, shall we break the door too?
Might as well.
Hey, Gur.
Grr, swim down to break door. Strength check?
Yeah.
Somebody wait Grr dice. All 7.
Okay. And some of you can do something about the dial if you want to. At least 2 of you have some abilities that might help if you decide to work on that. Meanwhile, Gur, you're having a hard time actually finding something to grab onto. There's definitely a door, and you found there's some stone around it. But actually, purchase is what you're trying to get to break.
As Lord Silverhand said, Grr couldn't get grip because Grr covered in blood, very slippery.
It doesn't help. It doesn't help anything. Except maybe Cinder Short. Just 'cause. It doesn't help him grip or grab anything. It just might help him in general.
I'm gonna swim back to the shore.
put you with Make It.
Hey, make it. Should we look at this column and see if we can fix it?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I've got a skill specifically in that regard. So one of the things I've got is jury rig. My experience fixing odds and ends allows me to make quick repairs on damaged equipment. I can spend 2 hours during a long rest or downtime working on a damaged object. Once I've finished, we're using tools. Anyone using the object for its intended purpose can ignore penalties arise from damage, blah, blah, blah. Temporary repairs. Additionally, you can jury rig minor mechanical objects such as locks or simple traps. It takes 2 hours of work with tools, and you need access to materials and that. So it's fair quality at best, etc. But it seems like perhaps maybe I could you put that to some use.
Yep. Yeah. Two, like I said, both of you are, and one can aid the other in however which way you want. Can probably
I
make
will
something work.
assist make it, and we'll tinker with this thing and see what we can make happen.
Okay.
I'm gonna help Gurr and see if I can't break the door.
Okay. Go ahead and make a athletics check to get down there, etc. Because y'all have 2 hours to try and get a hold of something. Okay.
Can Gerd try to kick door in again?
You can. Okay.
Smash!
So you hit it really hard, and you crest the water above you when you do so. You breach, rather, is the word I was actually looking for. You breach the water above you because you have kicked it down, right? It stayed in place, and you went up because it was.
Whee!
I'll just set you two over here to work at it. And the two of you can, over a short rest for the two in the lake, if you want to come out, it's up to you. The two of you working on it can get it so it will work. Generally, you pretty much drill a hole through the support piece that's still sticking out, put something through it so you can turn it without the dial, and just use the dial as a guide for where the notch is, as it were.
So if we're going to turn this another notch, maybe somebody should be over near the door to see if it opens.
Door open. Grr. Smash!
Yeah, like maybe you could keep it open, but don't get sucked in and get inside one of those columns, because I don't think we could get you out.
I'm not sure I actually want to go into a place that's at the bottom of a pool of blood either. I'm not entirely sure why I would want to do such a thing.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. But I guess we need to figure out why there's a pool of blood with a door in it. Well, should we turn this thing another notch?
Oh,
Does
yeah.
anybody have a better plan?
Well, at least Gurr will be out of the blood if we get rid of the blood.
Okay, one more athletics check. With advantage because there's two of you and you're both incredibly strong.
Who is this for?
Let's see. That's both Zarna and Make It.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
You said athletics?
Yep.
I'm just not athletic, because all there is
With
to
advantage.
it. Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, maybe I'm a little athletic.
You two crank it around, and then the pool begins to drain about another 5 feet. And you're pretty sure one more turn and it'll be drained.
One more turn will drain the whole pool.
Mm-hmm.
Should we go for it?
Yeah, less blood is probably a good thing.
All right, let's turn it again.
Okay, athletics.
I'm going to I'm going to swim back out to Gur
Okay.
because wisdom and intelligence tells me that as this goes down, Gur's going to go with it.
It's true, in fact.
I want to make sure Gur's okay.
And if anyone wants to spend any hit die, you may, because there was a long rest or a short rest in there, and some of you all did take some damage.
Yeah, I did. I rolled a 19 on my next athletics check.
Yeah, the two of you turn it no problem. Goes down, as does the level of the lake, until the lake is now just a blood mud pit. And there is a door at the bottom, nearly underneath where Gur is standing.
And if it's okay, I'm going to take a really quick break.
Yeah. Anyone who needs to take a break, feel free to take a short one. I'm going to get some things ready here on the combat tracker in the meanwhile. Does this do as it's supposed to? Fantastic. I like it when things work like they're supposed to. So what's nice about Fantasy Grounds, since I'm going to talk it up here, is this is a module I downloaded and have adapted from Fantasy Grounds, directly from their site. And in it, like many of the modules, when you start her up, you've got a story section, which will give you a list of encounters and synopsises of modules, and you can click on those encounter buttons, and they will pop up a nice little list of all the critters in that encounter, and they will appear on the map themselves when you click on a little arrow down at the bottom, which puts them in place, as well as on the combat tracker for you. And what happens is, and I'll repeat this when Lynn gets back, is all the blood drains from the pool. You're standing next to the closed door, and then the blood in the towers start to erupt, spraying into the air.
I'm sorry, I just got back. Did you say the towers are erupting with blood?
I did, and now I don't have to say it again, because I was going to anyway. At which point, there is a blood water elemental that forms from it.
Oh, great.
A blood elemental, huh?
Yep. So
Ready magic missiles.
Everyone's welcome to roll initiative. And the way you do that is you... Okay, you got it.
The dice are not with me today.
Let's see, it didn't actually get that on there. So, Cindershart, if you click on your character sheet, you can grab where it says initiative and has a little die. You can pick that up and chuck it in the box, and it'll add you to the combat tracker. There you go. The combat tracker, by the way, is the little crossed swords in the upper right-hand corner area. If you click on that, it'll bring it up and show you where you are in the initiative order.
And never mind, I see it now.
There's the blood elemental. I was trying to find it. It's over near the towers. Did it come out of the towers?
It did. They sprayed forth and it formed from the spray.
Gross.
The upside is it hasn't coagulated. Anger.
Gur is AFK right now.
Okay.
make it? Zorna, do we want to regroup or do y'all want to try and...
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I think why don't we do? Can we actually do like say a 3 minute AFK here, real quick? 5 minute
Absolutely.
AFK here, real quick.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that, and then we'll start combat here,
Okay, everybody, we'll be
if that's
back in
okay.
just a minute.
Yeah.
Well, actually, 3 to 5.
Can you hear me, Andy? You're doing good. Just try to make sure there's not dead air. Like if we're being quiet, you say so. Yeah, because I know you get lost in looking at stuff. It's okay. Just be aware of it. That's why I've been nattering on a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, I'm back. Oh, pretty good. It's I've been using Roll20. This definitely looks like I need to throw the money at it and purchase this. This is a lot better now that I'm getting used to it.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool system.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. That's what I'm enjoying about Fantasy Grounds the most. I mean, I don't. Am I being broadcast on the stream right now? Okay. I was about to say, I stream also, and that's a. Oh,
It says be right back on my
DDOstream. Hey everybody, welcome back. We're about to continue where we are using Fantasy Grounds, which sponsors our D&D Night on DDO. Just go check it out at fantasygrounds.com. And you only need a demo account which is free, to connect to anyone with the Ultimate account to host the whole game. That's what we're doing with quite a few of these this evening. Where we left everybody was a blood elemental had formed from the emptied blood lake that they are currently nearby and or in, revealing a door at the bottom. And everybody has just noticed this abomination that is formed. Okay. On initiative 20, pull this back up. The weeds and things around the pool lash out and grab Zora by her feet. They're everywhere around the entire thing. But the number that reached out and did the grabbing were around Zora. She needs to make Zorna needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Okay. And you make it. You definitely stomp your way out to the side, not letting them get a hold of you, and you're not pulled down by them. Well, obviously. And then, at the same time, the water elemental slushes forward. Yep. Actually, I can get to both of you. There we are. And it will begin its attempt to slam. So, this one will go with Grr. And misses. And the next slam will come and critically smash Cindershart. Ah, that's true. There we go. I'm sorry, everybody. I hope that's a little bit better. What has happened that kind of got missed is Zorna was grabbed by some foliage. She stomped it back down, and it did not successfully to pull her down. Meanwhile, the water elemental has come up and slammed
No,
Cindershart
blood
quite hard.
elemental.
You're right, the blood elemental, but it missed Grr. And then it is done. Next up is Make It.
All right, so this will be my first time doing a full combat. But how am I actually going to get to this elemental? Or you say the ground is enough I can walk?
You can trudge. So the movement in here for you guys will be double cost, but you can transverse it.
So in other words, if our speed is normally 30, we can go 15.
Right. Or you can double move for 30, but then you can't do much else other than a bonus action.
Sure, that's fine. So what I'm going to do is do a full movement forward, just one action here.
Okay.
Actually, I don't have my speed listed. I'm assuming it's 25 for a
Probably 30.
20? 30?
That's the normal humanoid speed.
It only wants to let me change strength. Maybe you need to do it.
Okay.
Regardless, it's called a 30, so 15.
There you go.
And then how close am I to? Let me see. Well, within 60,
40
20,
ish.
40. All right, 40-ish. What is long range if I were to try to throw my trident at it?
Let's see. Inventory. Trident.
It says thrown is up to 60 for long, but what does that do if it's long?
It is. I don't remember.
If it's disadvantage,
I think it's
it's probably
disadvantage.
not worth that.
Yeah.
So, all right, let me just do a double movement then.
Okay.
And actually, I'm not. That's a surge, so never mind. Okay. Yep. Good enough.
Okay. And when you're done, go ahead and click the I'm done or pass turn. Cinder Shard.
Am I able to withdraw?
Yes, it's a full action to disengage, and you can basically move a move action and do not get any attacks.
I don't know if that was a full 30 or not.
Let's see. It's a 15 because it's 30 halved, so it would be three blocks away from where you were at.
Very good.
That works. Good enough. Okay, do you have any bonus actions?
No, I don't believe.
Okay. Then in the combat tracker, down towards the bottom corner, you can click on finish action. Let me get that combat tracker so everybody else can see it. There we go. Or turn complete. That's what it's called. Zorna. I heard you're doing guiding bolt, but I can't hear you. I can't. Somebody else say something. Okay, that's me again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. What I said was I move forward 15 feet,
Okay.
and I'm going to attempt guiding bolt on the blood elemental.
Okay.
So let's see. Do I drop the cast button on it or just hit cast?
I recommend control clicking on the water elemental, and it will automatically, and then it will target it. And then also, if you mouse over the water elemental, it should give you the range.
Well, it's like 120, so it's no problem.
Okay. And then click the cast button.
Cast or attack?
Cast should handle that too.
Okay.
Yep.
Hit. And then it's 46 radiant damage. So
You just click on the. There you go.
Yep. Ooh.
And the next attack against the water or the blood elemental is at advantage. Speaking of which.
And do I have? And that's everything I can do, correct?
Right.
Okay. So yeah. So Gur has advantage.
I have advantage?
You have advantage on your first attack.
Yeah, because I put
Which-
guiding bolt on it.
Cool. Well, I am trying to rage, but I can't drag rage to my effects, so I'm not sure exactly how to put that on there.
Okay, hold on a second.
I think you just click it.
Only if I've made the thing.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm
But-
going to rage and frenzy.
Right. Okay. Let me grab somebody who's got it, and I can add that on there. But go ahead and with your action while I do that. Go ahead and attack and such.
Swing mighty axe at stupid Ellie. Hit. Actually, should I roll the damage? Because it's going to be different when I roll now than if I'm raging, I think.
Yeah, it'll add like 2 more, I think. Hold on a second. I'm about to give it to you. The actions are on here.
Oh, DDOcast is saying you have to program raid.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of things like that it really should be. Maybe they just haven't gotten around to it yet, but hopefully they will. Because like when you add barbarian, and they do that with paladin too, like you have to add smite.
Right. But it's pretty much add an additional 2 to it, and I'll have to half a lot of the damage that comes your way until we get it tossed on there.
Okay, so you can add the damage to the water alley for whatever I get for raging.
Yep.
Okay, in that case, I've hit. Grrr!
So 11. So,
I am also frenzied.
so you get a attack with your bonus action. It won't be an advantage, but it'll be regular. And you could attack recklessly if you choose, which gives you advantage on whichever attacks you want, but it gives advantage when they attack you.
I'm not going to use that then. I'm just going to attack with no advantage or disadvantage. Louis.
Whoops.
Cinder Shark got excited.
Okay, I can fix it though. Oh, actually, it didn't get applied. So, no big deal.
And you gave him the extra damage for me, correct?
I did.
Done.
Because it does extra damage and then it reduces it because blood elemental. And it was slashing damage. Okay.
Silverhand says is Gur's last name Arg. Probably would be my guess.
Grr not have last name, but Grr might take one now.
I thought the last name was Avy. Gravy.
I mean, I guess it is now.
It's no longer Arg. It's now AV.
Okay, water elemental slams you for 14, but it's bludgeoning and you are raging, so it'll be half of that. There we go. For 7. And then its next attack will come at Cinderheart, as it is swung around. I don't think Cinderheart has his armor on. Just a second. He doesn't. Let's give you some equipment. Real quick. Items. What kind of armor would Cinderheart like to have been wearing?
Either something lightweight, since I'm a spellcaster, I can't have heavy armor.
No, yes you can if you're proficient in it, and you are.
Okay, then heavy armor.
How's half plate sound?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Chuck that on you. It's equipped. What kind of weapon are you using when you use a weapon?
Let's go with a short sword.
Okay. Now you have those in your inventory, and they are now the short sword is an action on your action sheet too. Okay. So now your armor class is actually 15, so that missed. That's
Phew.
Hey, did that affect the 23 damage he would have gotten earlier?
Maybe. Let's see if I can look back.
You can check in
Nope.
chat.
No, it was a
No, okay.
it was a critical
Oh,
hit.
that's right. It critted. Sorry. Never mind.
It was just straight up going to happen. Make it. You're up.
Oh, sorry. I am going to. Let's see. I should be within 5, 10. Okay, cool. So now I can actually move up to it. I am going to use not my trident because it is a liquid type thing. So I'm going to pull out my maul and take a gigantic, let's see, swing. And if I recall, some brute force should give me an extra d4 on my damage if I hit, too.
Okay.
Okay.
You hit it. And with a splash.
And it should do one more d4 damage on it, too.
Okay, go ahead and roll that d4 and I'll figure it in.
Nice.
Okay, let's see if it's reducing it to 4. Huh. Interesting. Let's see. I think... that damage didn't land on the elemental, it landed on yourself.
Yay! All right. Oh, wait, so it did?
Yeah,
Okay.
it hit you instead of the elemental. I guess it got dropped, right next to it and ended up on you instead of
Okay.
it.
Oh,
So,
that's fine. We'll just call it that for now. I've actually figured out how to add a d4 to the weapon itself, so now the weapon description should no longer have this problem. It'll just automatically take care of it.
okay, go ahead and pop that on it then.
Well, let me roll for my second attack.
Sure. Hits.
Oops, wrong one. All right, there we go.
Okay, you've actually got one more attack of damage at it, because it misapplied it to you instead of it, and I've already fixed the damage it did to you. But there you
Okay,
go.
there you go.
That was much better. It doesn't seem to work quite as good as it ought to.
Schwack, schwack. I basically take a big swing, and I would say Cinder Sharts near me is like, ah!
Yeah, because it splashes. Coming and going. Okay. Do you have any bonus? Okay, there we go. Cinder Shark.
I'm just not used to doing that. This is my first time playing as a player in a while.
How you liking it?
It's fine. It's good.
Well, choice is attack or run, and I'm not really much up for running anymore, so cloud of daggers.
Okay. Let's see. Cloud of Daggers.
I guess I probably should have rolled a 20 first.
Let's see. It is a 5-foot cube on each side, centered at the point which you choose within range, which therefore you can get it right on the thing. So it just
Yeah,
takes.
it looked like
There's no save or
Right.
anything. Yeah, so it just takes the 44 slashing damage. Okay, so pick up the damage from that, which is the little teardrop, and pick it up and drop it on the elemental. Boom, applied. And do you have it in you can make you can't make any movement without provoking attack of opportunity now, but you if you've got a never mind, there's only you don't have any cantrips that are bonus actions, so that's about it. Unless you got another bonus action.
I don't believe I do.
Okay.
So, all right, I'm going to slog forward a little further, and I will stick with the guiding bolt because that seemed to work pretty well.
Okay.
Except it didn't this time. What?
So it's
All
the way
right.
of things.
I guess that's all I can do.
Okay.
So that's all I'll do.
All right. Grr.
Gur should still be raging because her rage lasts for 1 minute, so I assume the frenzy also lasts for 1.
Yeah, they last the same length. They're
Okay.
coterminous with each other. Concurrent.
Okay. Gur, swing great axe! Grrr! I'm not sure if I was supposed to do that with advantage, but it doesn't.
You are.
And since I don't know how to add the extra damage, I'll just.
It's, yeah, just do it and I'll make the difference. So,
There you go. And I still get 1 extra.
you get to
Yes.
use your bonus action to make a second attack.
Great axe! Great axe! Phooey.
Okay. It's worth mentioning at the same time that the water element goes, the grass flitters about looking for something to grab. Reaches out. And it hits. Make it. The other side, other pseudopod out the back. Hits. Grrr, AV.
Oh.
Which I have to reduce.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. So
Right, because I'm raging.
Yeah, I've been slowly slogging my way up to when I can heal somebody.
okay, then it's done. Make it.
Jerry, it's your turn.
All right. I am going to swing with my maul. Hit. And that is all I can do for now because I'm not going to move. And I already used my Axis Surge last round. Let me actually real quick double check one thing on Second Wind.
Sure thing. And as a reminder to everybody, tonight is brought to you by Fantasy Grounds, which is what we're using to make all this happen.
Yes, I'm going to. I believe I can use my Second Wind as what? No, wait a second. Yes, a bonus action. So regain hit points 1d10 plus 4. So I'm going to regain 1d10 plus 4. All right, so 10 points.
Okay.
And now my turn's done.
There we go. Cinder Shart. Let's see, I think... Let's look at that. So Cloud of Daggers. Concentration. Okay, so go ahead. It hasn't moved, so it's still within that cube. It still lasts a minute, so it's got 9 more rounds. Go ahead and do that 4d4 slashing damage and pick it up and drop it on the water/blood elemental. All right, and then whatever your action is, you can still use your action to disengage if you'd like to, because it could still smack you because you're within its reach.
Yeah, because I've got 60 foot of range on the Cloud of Daggers. I'm going to back up.
Okay, Zorna.
Okay. I'm going to move over. And I will do a... Where is it? Cure Wounds onto... Let me target him. Alright. There we go.
Grrr. Grrr, still raging. I have advantage or no? On my roll.
Um,
Oh, hey, you got the rage on there. Cool.
I'm working on it.
Well, I was not able to do the radiance that time, so
Right. So you don't have advantage unless you take, unless you attack recklessly. Go ahead and
I
click on
will
that
attack her.
and see if that works.
If I
Click on the. There you go. On the rage.
cool.
And we'll see if it works. I grabbed someone else's rage code, so we'll find out.
I am going to attack recklessly.
Okay.
Swing my great axe.
nice.
That's a hit.
Yep.
Boom.
Okay, excellent.
And I'm going to make my second attack without advantage.
You already have it. You keep using your advantage because they're already going to attack you with advantage anyway.
Oh, okay. I got confused there.
It's okay.
Grrr.
Okay, you put some hurt on this blood elemental. It just keeps splashing away.
Grrr, done.
Okay. Water elemental. We'll try to retaliate at you with advantage. But misses anyway.
Ho 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 ho.
But it does hit and make it.
Grrr, not feel a thing.
Alright. And then that's it for it. Actually, where did you put your cube of Cloud of Daggers? Now what you can do is you can right click on the map, click pointers, and then click draw a square, and you can actually draw the 5 foot by 5 foot cube that you put it in. If you would do that for me, Cinder Sharp, that'd be handy.
You know, after we've called him Cinder Shart all game, it just occurred to me that it could be Cinder's heart.
We'll go with that.
Sorry, man.
Well, you know what happens. Which kitty? Oh, this is Will Robinson.
Oh, well, it didn't really show up.
Here, I'll make it for you.
It's a very fine point.
It's actually Kinde Shah. It just, doesn't look the way it's pronounced.
So where would you like this cube?
Hey,
my
Shruby,
French.
I'm hearing you might
Right
need
here?
to move the map because the
Right
people
there.
at home cannot
Ah.
see us and can't see where it's just showing the bottom of the map where we are not.
You're
Or
right.
there's no tokens on it.
Here you go, everybody. Here's what's going on. Sorry about that.
Hey, did somebody heal me while I was AFK?
Nope. You are still at... oh. No, I think I just applied something to the wrong person. That's all.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'll take it.
No, I had healed him. Alex.
Oh, you did? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was my whole turn.
You're my hero. Seriously.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's okay.
Okay, so the cube is currently here. Alright, then it's going to move there to not get hit by a bunch of daggers again.
Do Make It and I get attacks of opportunity? Oh no, it's still within our range. Never mind.
Right. Okay, let me make sure I'm in the right... Okay, I'm in the right instance. because that's a thing that happens. So it moves, it misses everybody, and make it.
All right. I am going to. Yeah, I'm just gonna just do my keep on swinging, as it were.
Okay.
No. All right. That's it with me.
Okay. Cinder, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's. I couldn't cast another spell over there. I'm definitely out of arm's reach.
Well,
I could try to move.
let's see. You could, the Cloud of Daggers, it's no longer in, and you have to maintain it with concentration, but you can still cast other spells. You've got Acid Splash that you could do from range. Of course, several of your other spells, too.
Yeah, what? Make it is in the line of fire for that, though. Isn't there a risk of hitting him?
Nope.
Acid splash, it is.
Okay. All you have to do is right or control click on the elemental, and it will have it targeted. Seems to be the easiest way to do it. There you go. And then click on cast underneath Acid Splash, and if you don't see it, click the magnifying glass.
That's badass.
No. It fails its save because it rolled a 1, and then you can apply the damage. Just click on the damage. Okay. It seems to be resistant a bit to acid, but it does do some damage.
I'm really digging the fantasy realm.
It's pretty handy. And this is your first time using Fantasy Grounds, correct?
Yep.
And then just end your turn, or I guess you've still got movement if you want to make it. And that you can move up to 3 squares.
I'm going to stay out of its range.
Okay. Zorna, the Unbroken.
Okay, I'm going to stay where I am, and I'm going to use my last first level spell and do that Word of Radiance again.
You mean...
No, that's not what I mean. Is that what I mean?
I bet it isn't. Guiding Bolt?
Yeah, thank you. Sorry.
It's okay.
It's a long day.
They're both things you can do.
Guiding Bolt. Here it is.
Hits.
And damage. Take some of that.
It's looking much less healthy, and now the first attack against it gets advantage.
So, Grr, you have advantage on hit.
On your first attack, without giving it advantage.
Grrr! Grrr, swing great axe! Grrr! Grrr, hit! Grrr, still raging and frenzied, too.
Yep. Okay, and your next attack, you can either choose to attack recklessly or not.
Grrr, attack recklessly.
Okay.
Grrr!
Well, go ahead and roll again, and just in case you get a 20. Okay. Alright. You do some yet more damage to it. It looks like a much thinner elemental than it was when it started. And if you got any bonus actions, or... There we go. Alright, it's going to give it the last it's got. With a 1 slam here, and 1 slam here.
It just doesn't make it.
No, it just manages to get a hold of him. Okay, make it.
All right. Swinging. Natural 20.
There you go. And your damage is a boat.
Nice.
Go, Puny! Go, Puny! Go, Puny!
And it finally splooshes out and
Sploosh.
disperses, and it's, let's see, let me grab the thing real quick, and its blood forms together, leaving a form of characters into a script. Let's see. What languages do people know?
I have a spell for comprehend languages.
I know Common, Orc, and one of my choice that I haven't chosen yet.
I
Common,
know
Dwarven, and
Northern.
Minotaur.
I'm sorry, I stomped over
Sorry.
you. Go ahead and repeat that.
Mine was Common, Dwarven, and Minotaur.
Okay.
I chose Northern Tongue and Butterfly.
Did you say butterfly?
He did.
I did say Butterfly. This is
Butterfly?
correct.
That is fabulous.
Okay.
Please be a script in butterfly. Come on.
It's because I chose as like one of my background, like a sort of, I don't know what it was. Something about being into like the natural order of things, and I was cool with animals. So because I was cool with animals, I figured I'll take Butterfly. Maybe it's not direct communication, but semi-direct.
And yeah, DDOcast, I can. It's similar to that. It actually still requires interpretation. So, Cindertar, if you want to spend the time to cast comprehend languages as a ritual, you'll be able to see if you can comprehend it. It definitely seems to be a language.
Toss the language.
And it will be draconic. And so that takes 10 minutes. Zorna, go ahead and look at your Blessing of the Forge. See if you might want to use that or not. And when you're done, you can go ahead and make a, let's see, I think it's an intelligence check. Or maybe it's Arcana. Let's see. Okay. You can make an investigation check with your, in conjunction with your comprehend language.
What was that?
Your comprehend languages let you read it, and it is the language of Draconic. But to interpret what it actually ends up meaning, just make me a investigation check, because it's not quite right.
Well, I'd heal everybody up, but I have no spells left on first level.
Okay, that's enough for you to just figure out what it actually says. Is before words were divine ambitions.
Hey, who's good at riddles? Because I'm not.
Is there anything on the back of it? Before words were divine ambitions?
Yeah, and that's what the blood of the blood elemental has puddled into on the ground.
You didn't poodle into it.
It didn't poodle into nothing.
And then when I first did the perception check on the sundial thing, or I did detect magic, it was very old ancient magic, which falls into the riddle. But before words, there's divine ambition. Divine, that would be gods or something. Oh boy.
So wait, what did the sundial say? It said something about the spell. What?
It said, the first spell cast has not yet finished its work.
But before words, divine ambition. Well, you can cast a spell without words, but
Let's see.
Did this tablet thing appear on top of the door? Is the door still open? I mean, is the door open or smashed or what?
The door is still there. It is not smashed. But the door is there. There is a puddle in the sand that is underneath this blood pool muck, and in that muck, formed by the fallen blood elemental, was that phrase. It just took a ritual for someone to know that language enough to be able to interpret it.
So it's in a different language than the one that's on this sundial.
Yes.
Hey, Cinder, what language is that?
Draconic.
Okay. What was the other one? Common?
I never asked.
Okay. Well, I got nothing. Should we go through the door?
Of course, that's why I might as well. Let's see where this is going and what's going on here.
Grr, not one smashed door for nothing.
Now that there's not the weight of all the blood on it, the door can be pulled open.
I
Hey,
think Gur should smash it just on principle.
Should we
Grr,
maybe
smash
take a
door on
long
principle.
rest before we open this door? I'm just saying I can't heal anybody.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, we should take a rest. Although I don't know.
I mean, it's
I mean,
sure
we've got one of you. You're clinging to like Cinder Shart's not far behind.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not
kinda have
dead
to.
yet.
Yeah, we have to take a rest.
because I'm out of healing and I'm the only one not hurt. So I think everybody roll your hit dice to heal up what you can, and then we can take a long rest.
A long rest will just heal you all anyway.
Oh, okay, never mind. I mean, maybe over in the tower and not in this puddle of blood.
Hit die is D10. Wait, yeah, D10.
But if we're taking a long rest, we don't need to roll our hit die because we're going to
Yeah.
be healing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was just forgetting that.
Okay.
All right, now we feel better.
Conveniently, I can just click run rest and you all get it.
So we're not interrupted in the night or daytime or afternoon or whatever it is.
Nope. It doesn't seem like there's anything around.
Okay, now let's tackle this door.
Okay. Let me rearrange some things for the viewers. And now it's on the same map, so let me demask this. And if you go up towards the center of the map and then start heading to your right, you'll get to a spot that you can see.
It's like a little passageway.
Yep, that's the one.
Should we move our tokens over there?
Yes.
I think I moved somebody else. Sorry.
You did.
Yeah, you just moved me.
There. And I just put you actually in the hall. The tan space is a non-space. The darker tan space is actually the passage. Does that make sense? So,
Okay, I moved everyone but me. Sorry.
I moved you.
there you go.
Thank you.
Zoom in a little bit. Okay. Now let's see. I think almost everybody has dark vision. One of you don't. So let's see who it is.
I do.
I think it's me.
Well, that makes sense. Oh, that's why that's not working. Wrong instance again. Hey, there we are. Now I'm the DM again. It is Gur.
So
So y'all can adjust your party order if you'd like. I was just getting you all in the right line.
well, I have a candle. Does anybody have anything better?
I've got a light cantrip.
Oh, that's much better.
Okay, that is better.
I've got an explorer's pack, which includes 10 torches.
Yeah, I've got
Light
torches.
spell is definitely better.
Okay, so we have a light source.
Okay.
And what do we
So,
see?
let's see. This cramped triangular chamber is supported by two dark stone columns at its center. Sound is strangely muted here. Voices carry a few feet and then disappear into the darkness. The still air suggests the vault has been closed a long time. And by triangular, I mean, here we go.
What's that redness over in the corner? Or, well, the side.
Let's see.
Somebody put holes in the map.
All right. And in there is in addition to the two black pillars that you can see, there is a armored suit of armor, and it looks, and you can see just a little inside of it. There seems to be a creature inside of it.
Where is that on the map?
It is there.
Oh, goody. Well, I gathered it's armored, but does it look like a person?
It is a humanoid piece of armor. The thing inside of it is some amount of smaller. But it's
How
hard
do
to
we
see.
know something's inside of it?
You can see just a little bit of something in it moving.
Is it making any kind of noises, any kind of scratching or scurrying? Is there any information to help us determine?
It does look like it has noticed you and starts to react. The whole suit does with it. Maybe it's being driven or somehow controlled by what's inside of it. Let's see. Which is in fact an initiative.
Okay, roll initiative.
Yeah. Let's see. On
I was going to see if I could detect thoughts.
no, that's what I'm looking for. Here we go.
Hey, Jerry, you gotta roll your initiative. There you go.
Okay, here's the actual description of the armor. Interlocking plates of obsidian-colored metal refuse even the smallest reflection. Even from its heart, suspended in a sphere of flashing magical light, a tiny fey-like creature stares at you enigmatically. So, there you go.
That doesn't sound good.
No, I'm going to go with detect thoughts.
Yep. It has them, and they are malevolent in your general direction. It's clearly here to protect something, though, and it doesn't. It is not going to give it up.
That uses my turn, right?
Yes, except you still have movement and etc. let's see. And the first one, yeah, and you're first. So you're the active. There you go.
And now I'm just blocking the door.
Yep. And people can actually move through your square. It just takes double movement. Let's see. Unless you don't allow them to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is a diagonal move, does that count?
It
I
it doesn't count extra as far as I'm fairly sure.
Okay.
Or I think it's a decision on my part I can make, and so that's my decision.
Right. So is it Gur's turn?
It would be Gur's turn. There you
Okay.
go.
I am going to move diagonally, so because I have a third.
Yep.
And I'm not going to raid. I'm going to move my character sheet. I'm just going to swing my great axe.
Boosh.
Nice.
Booyah! That is light. Damn.
Okay, so it's
And
hefty.
that, since I was not raging, that is the end of my turn.
All right, I am going to. All right, I'm just going to do a full movement, and actually, other than there, I'm going to end up there, and I'm just going to stay there for now. My intention is if for some reason Gur would be attacked. Oh no, never mind. I took great weapon fighting, so. All right, no problem. That's all I'm doing though for now.
There. Can you all see something there? Let's see. No.
It changed to a minotaur.
Okay. It should have. It's not actually a Minotaur. That's just a stat block that represents the armor. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And what did you do, Jerry? I'm sorry, I was trying to.
I just did a movement, and that's it.
Okay.
Although now that I see that it's large, am I within attack distance?
Yes, you are.
So yeah, I might as well swing.
Hit.
Hit. Boom.
For some damage.
And actually, now that I'm looking at that, when I look at my character sheet, because I have well, I don't know how to get that fighting style in my inventory, but because I chose great weapon fighting, when I roll a 1 or 2 on a damage die, I can re-roll. So even though I got a 2, I should be able to re-roll that 2 and turn it into a 1, which I have to take. Okay.
Fair enough. Yeah. Some effects
But
I
it could
don't
have
know
been
how
a
to parse
6.
yet, but
Yeah.
and some just can't be. At least not. Yeah. I guess we'll see when Unity hits how that works.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, and let me finish up my round. Okay.
Okay. Let's see what all this thing does.
Is there something between me and him that I can't see on the combat tracker?
Yes, there is. It's actually the same as the Minotaur. It has two sets of stats. One's the armor outside, and one's the critter inside. So sorry about that.
Okay, no, that's fine. It just didn't go to me, and I didn't know if something was.
That's all right. Let's see. I'm looking for. Okay. I apologize. It's just taking me a minute to find. All right. All right. The Minotaur part will attack. Will do its thing first, which is the actual attack, physical attacking portion. In which case it will use its ability to attack. We'll start with the gravy rather. Okay, and that was a miss. And then the creature inside. Fine. It's going to cast. Let's see. Chromatic orb at make it.
Okay.
And it misses.
Nice. Well, it's just a matter of learning the angles.
Okay, Zorna.
Okay. So I move forward first off. And what the heck? I'll chuck a spear at it.
Okay.
And hit. And do a little damage. I just get one attack, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's what I do.
Okay. And it says Minotaur, but it's not actually. It's up. What does happen, however, is the pillars make an attack out. Let's see. As gouts of flame shoot from them. And one will go at Cinderheart, which misses him. The other make it, which does hit him for
Urch.
3 points of fire damage. And then it's back up to Cinderheart.
All right, I did chromatic orb. Do I need to choose lightning, I guess?
Yeah. Okay, those do show up, sort of. Okay.
Sweet.
Suit of armor takes yet more damage. It seems to still absorb the light, though. But it does damage it nonetheless.
Woohoo!
Any movement or bonus actions?
Yeah, I'd like to take a small diagonal step.
Okay. Gravy!
Rage! Barb rage. Barb also frenzy.
Darn Skippy.
So angry.
So angry.
Smash!
Are you recklessly smashing?
Oh. Yes, reckless smashing.
Okay, roll again.
That's right, that should have been with advantage, huh? That more like it. Okay, and I get another attack.
Attack with advantage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, and the armor falls apart. Around it is a floating little imp-like creature. Let's see. It is a tiny monstrosity. Combines the worst elements of a dead frog and a rotting fish. This slimy, scaling, vaguely humanoid form has 3 clawed arms arranged radially around its body. Slimy green, bat-like wings seem too small to work, yet it flies very well.
It's not
Everything
a
here is
butterfly, is it?
gross.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay. Do you got any bonus actions? Actually, you already used your bonus actions. Do you have any movement actions you'd like to make? Let me make this thing appear.
Nope, that it.
Okay. Make it.
All right. I have to admit, I'm not sure what a Mamur is. What does it look like again? Just give me a quick rundown.
It looks like a cross between a dead frog and a rotting fish with it's very vaguely humanoid and it's got 3 claws arms sticking out of it at different angles, all along the same line.
What size? Is it like a person size?
It is small.
Hors d'oeuvre.
All right, I'm gonna just try to smash it with my maul.
Smash.
Nope. Kaboom! Perhaps it hops aside.
It actually flies aside. It doesn't seem like it should be as agile as it is, given its appearance.
So it's like a really gross bumblebee.
Well, kind of. Okay.
Yum.
You shouldn't eat bumblebees. They're nice.
Bumblebee tuna.
What's funny about that is my barbarian in DDO is named Tuna.
Okay. It's gonna move to nope, here. Actually, can't do that. Never mind. It's not gonna move at all. It's gonna cast a spell, and I need Great to make me a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Okay, you make it. It tries to enter your mind, but you shake it off.
Grr not have mind to enter. Easy save.
Okay, Zorna, rather, you are ready.
All right, I guess I will go back to guiding bolt because that worked pretty well before. On this guy. Oh,
Zoosh! Bolt of
what?
light flies over its shoulders and smashes into the wall.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, and at that point, the pillars shoot out. One at Cinderheart, hitting him for 1 point of fire damage. And the other tower fires at Cinderheart as well, but misses him.
They just don't like him.
Nope.
And now Cinder may react.
I think that's kind of funny. They're shooting fire at the guy named Cinder.
Well, you know, inanimate objects, when they animate, they're jerks.
Right. I moved, and I don't believe I can hit from there.
They are targetable.
Oh man, you know what? I was more worried about the completely animated threat. Mm. Do we know what the pillars are made of?
Let's see. Let's double check this. Dark stone.
Are they impervious to any kind of magic?
Don't know.
Let's find out.
It's actually called Darkstone because it tends to absorb rather than reflect the moonlight. In actuality, Darkstone is actually very light.
It hits. So go ahead and just roll some damage. Roll the damage from the spell. I'll keep track of it. If you go to the spell, there's a little teardrop. You can just click on that teardrop and it'll generate the damage.
Oh, just click on it. I'm dropping it on it.
Yep. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
38.
What kind was that? That was lightning. It blasts apart a good part of that pillar, leaving it just still there, but not looking at its greatest. Grrr.
Smash! Grr still raging. Grr, but Grr get extra attack.
Are you
Is
going to
that
attack
gonna attack
recklessly?
with advantage?
It is if you attack recklessly.
Sure.
Actually, your first attack, no, it missed. Never mind. Go ahead. Hits.
Grr.
It hits it. It doesn't hit it as hard as you think it should, but it does happen. Make it.
Just a real quick thing. The trident is versatile, so that means it can be 1d8 if I wield it two-handed, correct?
That's correct.
All right, because it's just still saying 1d6 on this sheet here. So I'm just going to use my maul for this round, but I'm starting to feel like swinging isn't working as well. So I might drop the maul and pick out the trident next round. But I'm going to have to change the dice to be 1d8 because I'll dual wield it rather than one-handed.
Okay.
But for now, let me attack with the maul. No. And I am going to save my power surge. So I'm actually just going to disengage.
Okay. Well, to disengage is actually a full action.
Oh, I thought it was a movement action. Why
I
do I
wish.
keep thinking
No,
that?
it's.
No. Okay. So never mind then. I'm just gonna be done then.
I've got a orc chief I'd like to move action out of the way of.
Yeah. No, actually, I keep on screwing that one up. I don't know, for some reason. Maybe it was in fourth. You could take it. Something about movement and trading actions and stuff. Yeah.
In 3-5, you could always make a 5-foot step to get out. Okay. Well, that didn't seem to work, so it's going to try something else. Let's see. It's going to put that, since you hit it. As it goes up and spins around clawing at Gurr. Finally misses with its third arm. And then its whip-like tail. Oh, actually, it's got a... its claws are poisonous, so we'll put that save into Gurr. Who can't shake it off and is now poisoned.
Sad.
Then its stinger whips out at Make It. Hits. Doesn't seem to hurt too terribly bad, but the poison is pretty strong, but he's just able to, with his trollish resilience, able to shake off and keep it from affecting him.
Undoubtedly.
So, let's see.
Make It has actually done that thing where you slightly poison yourself over the course of a month. Not actually sure it's helped because I've never put Make It's never put himself in a position to really be stabbed by severely poisonous creatures to know for sure, but it seemed worth it at the time to slightly poison yourself for a month, even though it really was a pretty miserable, sickening experience and no actual guarantees of success.
Did he
That
eat
makes
slightly
perfect
cooking?
Let's see, where... I'm trying to remember, somewhere in Fantasy Grounds there's a quick and easy way of pulling up conditions.
Yes, correct. It is...
I believe it's on the top right.
Oh, there it is. It's under effects in the little man-like shape right underneath the dice colorer. Let's see. Poison.
So yeah, I'll just drag it.
He
No,
poisoned the wrong thing.
I just want to know what it does, because I can't remember real quick.
And I believe you can get rid of it by right-clicking. It's in the context menu, I believe.
Yeah, I can. I'm just
Accidentally stung his own self.
applying it to everybody else. Okay. Come here, you. There. Okay, he's done. I'll find it real quick. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna move up just in case. And I'm not sure if it'll... Oops. Damage I need, but I'm gonna try this guiding bolt again. that time it'll hit. There. And so if Cinder Shard attacks the Memura, you will have advantage.
If not, then it'll be whoever's next. Thundershark.
Yeah, I'm already engaged with the pillar. That'll break my concentration. I don't lose anything for that.
It doesn't actually break your concentration either.
Oh, okay.
Okay, another chromatic orb that hits and destroys that pillar.
Oh no, that was for the
He was attacking
Memora.
the Memura.
Oh, that was at the Lemora. I'm sorry. Well, it applies it. So that damage does hit the Lemora. There's no save, so that works out. Okay. Next up, unless you've got well, you can make movement actions or a bonus action if you've got one that you can use.
I'm still just worried about the two fire shooting pillars behind us.
Well, since I forgot to do them,
Damn it.
one, as it turns out, is in fact firing at you, but it misses, and the other fires at Zorna
Miss.
and misses. Okay. Then you fire at the Mamura, and then Gur is up. Now, Gur, you're currently poisoned, so all your attacks are at disadvantage, and all attacks against you are at advantage. Now, you can, of course, attack recklessly still, which will then make you attack normally. Because if you have advantage and
Grr
disadvantage,
attack recklessly.
they negate each other. So, go ahead. Regular attack.
Grr.
Um,
I'm trying to figure out why it rolled with advantage, but I didn't have it.
It hit anyway. But you can click
Oh,
on
it gave me disadvantage. That's why.
Yeah, so click on
But it dropped.
advantage on your
Okay.
next attack.
Well, I rolled a 19. That's a hit.
So go ahead and roll damage. Okay, then click advantage and then roll to attack again. And it should work out.
Grr.
Well,
Grr, shame.
it kind of worked out. Make it.
All right, I am going to swing. Actually, you know what? I am going to drop my maul and pick up an attack with my trident.
Okay.
You stop moving. I'm going to take my action surge and do a second attack. Dang. All right. Nope. That's it.
Okay. Okay, the Marmara, which can move without provoking attacks of opportunity, is going to fly over here and start dishing out attacks. So, first claw. I'm just going to... Everybody's getting one, so take care of that unless I make a crit or something. Miss. Okay, so Zorna, rather. A little bit of damage and a Constitution save, which you succeed at. Your bovine resilience, as it were.
Hey.
You were able to move out of the
I like to steer clear of things.
Man, you are milking this pun for all it's worth.
Okay.
Oh, this has gotten
poison
utterly out of hand.
does in fact affect make it this time. Okay. Now I've got to remember which kind of poison people should hit with. Let's see. It's going to do its Whiptail Stinger. Final attack. The person who's been hurting it the most hits her for a little bit for some damage, and then
Oh.
tries to inject in the poison. Let's see.
Oh.
And it does so. So you're poisoned. Let's see if this
We're
works.
not like
Apply
this
that
thing.
for 6 points of damage, and you will continue, and you'll keep taking poison damage from it until it wears off.
Ouch.
Next up, Zorna, the Unbroken.
Okay.
I almost guarantee she does not have a bell.
More cowbell.
Dang it. Okay, not rolling well.
Cinder's Heart.
Do I need to?
Hold on, I forgot. Almost again. This pillar attacks Zorna, but misses. Other pillar attacks Grr, and hits for 6 points of fire damage. Find you on here.
Yeah, we should knock over those pillars.
Okay, now go ahead.
We're hurting.
Yeah, it's a tough call though because that Mamora thing is running around poisoning everything.
Great.
Woof.
We just can't seem to hit the thing.
So clearly it has a high armor class. So is there any? We're going to need to do some things that either don't involve an armor class check, or find a way to combine our resources somehow to give each other some bonuses. Does anyone have any bonuses to other people's attack?
Anyone?
I'm looking.
Not
Okay.
me.
Wait, you say this thing's a Fae, right?
Yes.
Says the guy that has the protection from evil and good spell.
Yep.
Oh, hey, I have that.
That
Okay.
will make you whoever you cast it upon more difficult to hit, as it will give it disadvantage to try.
Okay, I have that. Should I give it to... Well, it's not my turn yet, but I can either give it to Gur or make it who are the two that are actually hitting this.
I'd say Gur. Gur could use the extra defense.
Okay.
All right. Gur, what are you up to?
Do I have disadvantage? I have disadvantage, yes.
Let's see. Yes. Actually, let's see. No, you don't, because it's worn off.
Oh, excellent.
You're a different
going
kind
to
of poisoned
swing
at the
my-
moment.
Grr 8x.
Okay.
I'm still raging, still frenzied, by the way.
Hit it. You do some damage.
Second attack. Aw, come on.
I saw that. I know what that dice did. It was bad and it should feel bad. Make it.
All right. I'm going to just Do a basic attack action with the trident. Try to pierce.
Mm-hmm.
No.
That darn
All right.
poison.
That's it.
Okay. Okay. All right. This critter. It worked so good before. Let's go try it again. It's already not working that as good. But it does hit. Grr. But she doesn't get re-poisoned by that particular variety. Stigger whips out, but misses. That's Zorna. Who is next?
Okay, I will do protection from evil on Grr. Do I targeted her and I just click?
Yep.
There we go.
Okay, let's see what these pillars are going to do. One shoots at Zorna, misses. The other at Make It. And hits for 1 point of fire damage.
Okay.
Ah,
Which is just enough to really irritate you being all fire-like. Cinderheart.
Where do I find my force at?
Where do you find your what?
Force. It says 1d4 plus 1 force.
Oh, from Magic Missile.
Yes.
Okay, so what you do is you go to Actions. You go down to where Magic Missile is. And you press the little magnifying glass. And it'll open it up. It'll say like damage 1d4 plus 1 force. And you can pick up that little damage thing and drop it on whatever you want. You get 3 of them.
Alright, I'm going to go a little bit more defensive, and I'm going to use protection from evil and good on Make It.
Okay. And on that one, you right click and click on Make It, which will target him. Make sure you do the same thing on the Memora to untarget it. And then just click on the protection from good and evil effect. Okay, that's it. Okay, Avi, you take 2 points of poison damage from the poison that is you've already been injected with. And then,
Still raging, still frenzied.
okay,
Great axe. That's more like it.
yep. It's a nice smack.
Great axe. Yeah.
nice.
For some more.
We're happy with that.
Make it.
All right. I'm going to swing my trident. No. Okay.
It zips to the side. Okay, let's see if this thing does like it's supposed to. And miss. Good. It rolled some dice, let me tell you. Let's see, 4 points to make it, and a con save. poisons. Poor Megan.
Okay.
And then the last of the claw attacks goes into great. And it misses. Then its whiptail will go towards Zorna and miss. Zorna, you're up.
Okay, let's see. Crap.
Wow, a 19 miss? That's really... Your AC is...
Yeah, she's armored and shielded. Shield carrying, rather.
Dang it. But I can't hit a barn. Okay, that was my turn.
Okay. Pillars. One point to Gur. And it misses. Make it.
Girl almost dead.
Okay.
I could have
Sad.
sworn I could have sworn I equipped a healing spell.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said I could have sworn I equipped a healing spell, but I don't see it in my list.
Because you can't protect. You can't. You're only a first level paladin, so you don't have access to the paladin healing spells or paladin spellcasting yet.
Alright, I tried to poison him more. It looks like it hit for 12.
Okay. Did some damage to it. Any other movements or such?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Grr. You don't take poison damage because that
Okay.
poison has ran its course.
And I did not rage during the first round, so I should still be raging and frenzied.
Yep.
Wait, it's 10 rounds that it lasts, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm good. I'm still raging, still frenzied. Great axe. Frenzied attack. Go cry in corner.
Make it.
All right, let's see if we can do this. At the very least, at some point, I'm going to get a natural 20 and then I'll unleash the damage. But not this day.
However, your poison wears off.
True.
And it starts up again. It hits you this time.
Darn it.
And it actually decided to do the whole thing. Okay.
Oh, it took the spell off Gur.
But you succeeded as it tries to poison you. Connects with Make It,
Uh-oh.
who makes his save.
Yay. But I'm almost dead.
Well, almost is still not dead. Connects with Grr.
Grr probably did. Not quite. Go Grr. Oh, clinging to life here.
But is poisoned. Not with the damaging kind, but the other kind. Whiptail Stinger misses. Hits. Nope, does hit Zorna for a little bit of damage, and the damage poison.
Ow.
Okay. Zorna.
Okay, let's see. Gur has 3 hit points. Make it has 4. So I guess I will heal. I guess I will heal Gur.
Yeah, I think Gur's a little better position to actually score a hit.
So it is
Thank you.
10.
It's just about 10. So we could probably go through one more round of combat okay. And if y'all want to pick it up in the future or whatever you want to do.
Well, I see it as having heavy damage, so if we could just score a couple of good hits, I think we might have this.
All right, let's do it.
I still have it targeted, right?
Yes.
Well, that wasn't a heavy hit.
Hey, Zorna, do me a favor and look at your features and your blessings of the forge.
Look under what now?
On your abilities, blessings
Oh,
of
you
the
said that.
forge.
Abilities.
All right, it takes that thunder damage from your cinder shard.
Oh, I see what you're laying down. All right, I'll try.
Okay. Grr. You're currently at disadvantage. You can attack recklessly to attack normally.
I will attack recklessly, so I'll turn on advantage, correct?
Yep.
Great axe! Do I turn on advantage again for the friends?
Yep.
Great axe! Come on, great! Grr, totally ashamed of Grr self.
And your poison.
Grr cry.
All right. Pokey poke. With my. Well, actually, you know what? But I have no way to heal myself anyway, so. Well. No, because I would need to take a short rest. Never mind. No. Okay. Ooh, my poison did wear off, though, so that's good.
It doesn't provoke attack of opportunity because it's a thing. And make a wisdom saving throw, Cinder Heart. Cinder's Heart. Cinder Shard. Whichever.
Groovy, someone in chat is asking the decal you're using, if that's, did you make that, or I was thinking that's one of the decals from Midgard, or am I wrong?
Yeah, this is a module from Fantasy Grounds that you can buy as part of the module. It's a series of modules from Kobold Press.
Yeah, he's actually asking about the image and using it as far as copyright goes. So I'm guessing if you were using it in Fantasy Grounds and you purchased that module, it would come.
Yeah, you will have to purchase it through Fantasy Grounds. Otherwise, you're just stealing. But there's many things. If you need to find a map or something, you can search on just Pinterest and come up with maps that you can import directly into Fantasy Ground too. Because there are people who make maps for you to use.
Actually, I believe he's asking about the book logo in the background.
Ah, okay. That's actually part of in Fantasy Grounds. If you own certain books, they have different backgrounds that you can flick through. And I think that one might be from Zenithar's.
Okay, what does the memory do?
It's waiting for the saving throw from Cinder Shard as it casts a spell on him, and he made it. So, Zorna, you take some poison damage, and then the poison ends.
Okay. Well, I just get a feeling that I should try this. How do I do this, Alex? So I'm going to do Blessing of the Forge. At first level, you gain the ability to imbue magic into a weapon or armor. So I will make Great Axe a +1 Great Axe.
Okay.
But I
And
don't have a button. Can you just
yeah, I'll do it.
do that?
I'll make it happen.
So Gur, now your weapon is magic.
Yeah.
And that counts as a full action.
Let's see. What kind of action did it say, or did it not?
It just says feature.
Okay, so it's probably an action.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, because at the very least it's interact with that. Oops.
And just threw some acid at the memorial with a critical.
Cool.
Well, put it to critical.
It'll automatically do the critical amount of damage. Oh, okay. Well, when that happens, let's see. Let's make I do that. Ah,
All right. So let's see what a magic weapon does to this thing.
Am I still raging?
I believe so.
And am I using? I suddenly have a great axe +1. Is that what I'm using?
Yes.
Okay.
That is the great axe that you had that has been enchanted rapidly
Wait,
by.
this thing moves, so I have to follow it to hit it, correct?
Yep. Like that. And
Yes.
you might want to attack recklessly.
Oh, I am attacking recklessly. Yeah, that stays as long as I'm raging. Oh wait, no, that's frenzy. Yeah, I'm attacking recklessly.
Boof.
Yay!
Help me!
And your axe receives no resistance from it as you hit it that time. It doesn't
No.
It doesn't do less than you expect. It does a bit more, but cuts right into it, and it falls to the ground, squealing and squirping.
Grr, like to make monsters squeal and squirp.
Gosh, I should have done that earlier.
Yay!
Okay.
So it must need a magic weapon to really fight it, huh?
Apparently so. So let's batter these pillars into oblivion.
I love this idea.
You can hear them beginning to suck in air, ready to blow out spurts of fire at you guys again.
Nope.
Okay.
Search the room.
Okay. In the room are two pillars ready to blast fire at you. Feel free to just make some attacks against them for the rest of this round until
Right.
they get to go, because so that'd be Make It, Zorna. Just roll me some dice. Keep track of it. Okay, is that on the north one or the south one?
I'm hitting the one that was already broken partially.
Okay. So Zorna rolled damage. Okay. Zorna, you destroy that one. Make It, you end up destroying that one as well, and then everybody make me a reflex save.
Where's the reflex save?
Or excuse me, dexterity save.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, not 20.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. For those who didn't make it, who didn't make a 10, you take 4 bludgeoning damage, which for Gur is halved because your rage hasn't quit yet. So let's see.
Don't quit rage. I pay you more.
35. Let's see, who else failed that?
I failed.
Okay.
I guess I failed too. So you said 4?
Yeah. And if you made it, you take half as much. So 2. So 38. Okay. And that's as you break the last one, there's a minor cave-in, which most of you get mostly out of the way, and just a few shatters bits occur. And in the room, other than that, you find the pile of armor, which you can search through, and you'll find a key. And when you find that key, there's also a door at the end there that it looks like it would go into.
Well, it sounds like a good place to maybe call it. I'm pretty sure we're also going to attempt a long rest here if we can.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm
You're
pass
very
that long rest.
tired.
It's pretty easy to do since sound only travels 5 feet or so in here. It makes for a very quiet rest. Long rest. All right. And next time I'm on, we will continue for anyone who can make it. If you can't make it, that's okay. We'll figure something out. And I also have a game that I run on my stream every Wednesday night. I sell DM screens, and this evening was brought to you by Fantasy Grounds, making this wonderful program that we use to make this all happen. Anyone else have anything they'd like to plug? Start with you, Jerry. I bet my sound's been disconnected again. Yep.
I'm getting a weird echo or somebody else talking over you, but I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, I was just going to say, next week is Patrick D&D Kasplat, and the Sunday after that, you can find our, let me look at the schedule real quick. We have got Even with the Sunless Citadel on April 21st. April 28th will be me wrapping up the Wizard's Book. This should be the third and final part of that particular one. And then you'll be back, Alex, then Sunday, May 5th with more of this particular campaign.
Neat.
On the Edge of Death.
And if I could just say, streaming with Even will not air tonight because Even is out of town this week again. It will be back next. So no streaming with Even at 11.
Okay. You got anything, Cinder?
Nope. Just thank you all for having me. I appreciate it, and I'm going to go and purchase Fantasy Grounds.
Fantastic. Lynn, do you got anything that I've missed?
Just we should be back next week for DDO Sundays with Alex and Lynn, so feel free to join us then.
Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody, and y'all have a good night.
Thanks for the game. Night, guys.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Good meeting you all.